Dolphins fans, we are presented by Manscaped. If you go to manscaped.com and use promo code Dolphins, you can get 20% off plus free shipping on their new beard hedger. We'll tell you more about this later on in today's show. With that, we get into today's show. I am Will Scott. Welcome in to Dolphins Today. We're going to be talking about some Dolphins cut candidates. Who could the Dolphins look to move on from this offseason? I'm going to break down 6 names. You can probably already guess the first guy we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about some guys the Dolphins could cut for salary cap reasons, for reasons maybe outside of that, the fact that maybe they've been disappointing in their Dolphins tenure. So we'll get into that list here in a second. But first, I want to hear from y'all down in the comment section. Who do you want to cut? Go down in the comments. Let me know. Who do you want to cut? Which Dolphin do you not want to see back next year? You can also let me know about the salary. I know a lot of y'all are concerned about the salary cap, and maybe that'll factor into what y'all are saying down in the comment section. Now, right now, the Dolphins are $16 million over the cap. Producer text, do I look worried about that? No, I'm not worried about that at all because the salary cap is not real. I will repeat that. The salary cap is not real. If you want to go out and you want to pay Mike McGlinchey $19 million per year, probably do it. You want to go pay Tony Pollard over $10 million per year to be your starting running back, probably do it. I'm not too worried about the salary cap. I will say this. It will very, very much help out the Dolphins if they can shed some cap space here by getting rid of players they don't necessarily need. And the first guy we're going to talk about is Byron Jones. Now, his cap hit is over $18 million. Here's the significant part of his contract, right? If you cut him before June 1st, you'd only be saving $3.5 million. If you cut him after June 1st, you would be saving $13.6 million. So basically, you could almost get back in the green here. Right now, you're $16 million over the cap. You could save nearly $14 million by having Byron Jones as a post-June 1 cut. That's significant. And it's why I would be shocked if Byron Jones was back for next year. I say back. He didn't even play this entire season. I know a lot of y'all are pretty frustrated with that. He kind of disappeared. He's supposed to be ready for training. I'll get y'all up to speed if you don't know why he didn't play. But he had off-season ankle surgery, I think, in March of 22. And he's supposed to be back by training camp. Training camp rolls around. He's not there. Supposed to be ready by the first preseason game. Not there. Supposed to be ready by the first regular season game. Not there. Supposed to be ready by week 5. Not there. Supposed to be ready by week 8. Not there. Supposed to be ready by after the bye week. Not there. Supposed to be ready by no. You get my point. He just disappeared. So I would be shocked if he's back. I think the Dolphins are a little bit frustrated with him. There's conflicting reports about whether or not he had even been in the building. And you would save nearly $14 million cutting it, which is 90% of how much you're over the cap right now. Percent chance that Byron Jones is a Dolphin next year. Go down in the comments section. If I could type -0, I would do it. There's no chance that Byron Jones will be back as a Dolphin next year, but go down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. It does help that Kader Kohou really emerged as a solid corner for your team this year. Let's talk about Noah Igbinoghene, sticking with the cornerback position here. Now, the cap hit is not nearly as much as it was last year. The cap hit last year was about $9 million. That number is down to $3.5 million. Now, unlike Byron Jones, the pre-June 1st number and the post-June 1st number does not change, right? Byron Jones, that number goes up $10 million. With Igbinoghene, it stays the same. Former first-round pick. He's been disappointing for the Dolphins. Some might call him a bust. Which, I will understand if people say that. So the Dolphins might look to move on from him. And I look at this cornerback room. I don't really think he makes the team next year because Kader Kohou emerged as, CB2 on this team this year. Had more of a role than Igbinoghene. Keon Crossan had more of a role. And then I think they're going to bring Nick Needham back. We'll have to wait and see. And then you have True Williams. Don't forget about True Williams coming back fully healthy on this team right now. So I do not believe Igbo's going to make the team. I think I'd be surprised to see him cut early in the offseason just because you wouldn't save that much money by cutting him. But I think 53-man roster cut for sure Got some breaking news here on Dolphins Today. Attention to all my fellow bearded gentlemen. Manscaped has launched a beard grooming kit. Are you tired of using multiple products to maintain your beard? Look no further than the luxury Beard Hedger Pro Kit from Manscaped. This complete beard maintenance kit has everything you need for the modern man on the go. From trimming to treatment, this kit has it all. The kit includes the Beard Hedger, AC adapter, and USB-C cable, beard shampoo, beard conditioner, beard oil, beard balm, and a travel bag. Plus, as a special bonus, you'll also receive a free beard accessory pack with a beard brush, beard comb, and beard scissors. The Beard Hedger was designed with a unique cutting angle to have its built-in comb lift flat lying hairs for smooth single-stroke trimming. And for a limited time, you get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com with promo code Dolphins. Don't wait. Get your Beard Hedger Pro Kit today. 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. Take your beard game to the next level. I have done that. My beard, as you probably noticed, looking a lot better, just looking a lot more sharp and tight. You know, I really like about this beard trimmer from Manscaped is it lets you adjust the comb on it and lets you adjust the length it's going to take off. The last trimmer that I had either took off way too much or not nearly enough. I have it around a 3, perfect length for my beard. If you have a more thick beard, maybe you want to go 7 or an 8, or if you want to have it nice and tight, a little 5 o'clock shadow look, maybe 1 or 1.5. But I love how easily it adjusts. Again, take your beard game to the next level at manscaped.com. 20% off plus free shipping if you use promo code Dolphins. Let's talk about Jason Sanders now. And I think a lot of you, for most of the season, wanted to move on from Jason Sanders. But he had a strong finish to the year, making that 50-yard field goal to send Miami to the playoffs, and then he went 3 for 3 on kicks in the playoffs and on field goals in the playoffs. So you would save nearly $900,000 cutting him after June 1st. The cap hit would be over $3.5 million. So I just don't think that's worth it money-wise. And I like to keep him. I think that Jason Sanders is back. I think he's back to the Jason Sanders of old. I think that kick he made to send the Dolphins to playoffs completely changed his confidence because he came out in Buffalo and looked really, really good in tough conditions. Not easy for a kicker to go out and play in those freezing conditions in the snow in Buffalo. So I do believe the Dolphins should bring back Jason Sanders for next year. Maybe bring in some competition for him in camp, but overall I would like to keep Jason Sanders. What should Miami do with Jason Sanders? Type K for keep or type C for cut down in the comment section. What did I tell y'all after he made that game-winning field goal to send Miami to the playoffs for the first time since 2016? I'm never going to say another bad thing about Jason Sanders again. That's my guy now. I think they should bring him back. I'm typing K for keep. So about Hunter Long now, the tight end for the Dolphins. His cap hit, not that much, just over $1 million. And you could save over $1 million by cutting him after June 1st. Third-round pick out of Boston College 2 years ago, but he only has 1 reception in his first 2 NFL seasons. He has not really been utilized. He had a good camp. I was expecting him to come out and have a role on this team this year. He really just didn't, and maybe Miami will look to move on from him this offseason. It is going to be a busy offseason. Don't miss anything. Go down, hit that noti bell. If you turn on your notifications, you are going to get an alert on your phone whenever we go live, whenever we put out a video. It's the best way to stay in the loop with, number 1, our channel, but number 2, with your Miami Dolphins. They're going to be making some moves this offseason. Might move on from some of the guys we're talking about today. So go down and subscribe to the channel right now. Turn on those notifications. Shifting gears to Liam Eichenberg now, who's the Dolphins' starting left guard for most of this season. His cap hit would be a little over $2 million. You would save an additional $500,000 or so by letting go of him after June 1st. But I don't know, maybe the Dolphins just feel like it's time to move on from Eichenberg. Now, Chris Greer was asked about both him and Austin Jackson. Austin Jackson's not on here because his contract makes no sense to move on from him, a former first-round pick. But Eichenberg, maybe, former second-round pick. The cap hit is not going to be nearly as big. Will Liam Eichenberg be back next year? Y for yes, in for no. If he does come back, he should not be starting on this offensive line. I'll put it at that. I think you got to go out and get a guard and a tackle in free agency. The Dolphins will certainly be in the linebacker market as well. Could they move on from Jerome Baker? You would save over $9 million by letting him go after June 1st. His cap hit, though, is near $13 million. Had a pretty good year, especially as a pass rusher, an 87.9 PFF pass rush grade this season. So I'd be surprised if they let him go. You're already going to be a little bit thin at linebacker going into free agency. Now, I understand that you have to clear up some cap space, and cutting Jerome Baker would save you about $9 million. But I don't expect them to move on from Jerome, who was a inside linebacker this year on this Dolphins team. Taking a look at the depth chart. So you got Duke Riley, AVG, Sam McGuavin, and Melvin Ingram all as free agents. So I would expect, and Atlanta Roberts. So I'd expect them to bring back Baker. But he's on here just because you would save about $9 million by letting him go. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. If the Dolphins do make a move, moving on from one of these guys, we'll certainly let you guys know.